Do you think that we are delivered at the level of our salvation? Do you think that our extent of freedom when it comes to deliverance is based on our level of salvation? Do you think how far we are saved determines how far we get delivered? Let me answer that one. Let me not bother you. Let me answer that one. The answer is no. What do you think could be the reason why most Christians, even after their deliverance, they don't look free? They don't appear free. If that has been your observation, I would love to hear from you. Unless probably my analysis has been incorrect. But this is a question because now we are approaching a very crucial moment which defines who we are. The Passover is here. It's an event that defines who we are. But before we get into that, I would love to hear from you. Why is it, unless if I'm wrong, why is it that, or could there be a reason why most Christians, even after, not before, even after their deliverance, they still don't look free? They don't appear to be free at all. Yes. Yeah, I would love to hear from you.
Shalom, Baba.
Give you a mic.
Thank you.
Honor ladies. All right. We'll come to you after we've heard from her. What do you think could be the reason? Or am I right in my understanding or in my analysis of it? All right, let's hear.
Okay, thank you, my father, for this opportunity. Thank you, Mom. So, I'll just give a small point from my personal experience and observation. There was a time where you delivered everybody. I'll just have to remember the name of that service, where you delivered us from curses. And you prayed for almost everybody, actually everybody in this room. I think it was in 2022. And
it started off as a Tuesday service, right?
Yes.
If you can remember, some of you. It was a Tuesday service, I'm sure, at the City Sports Center. And the power was just off the hook. And we realized that we couldn't handle it anymore. Then we opened up the Life Haven specifically for that kind of a manifestation that was transpiring at the time. And just to support what you're saying. Then I ended up ministering to almost all of you. And the deliverance was massive. All right, continue.
okay.
Unless maybe it was a different service that you're referring to. Because I've been praying for people, for all of you several times, right, on several occasions. All right, you can proceed.
Okay, I think it was blessed for the supernatural.
Okay.
And when you prayed for everyone, I remember you prayed for my father. Okay. And when I sat in that service, I realized, okay, I'm now free, because he was a point of contact. And I knew that from that point of contact, as a patriarch within our family, he was a doorway for everybody to be free. So from that point onwards, I realized, okay, I'm free now. I feel free. What am I going to do now? So I realized that if I look back at patterns from previous generations, when I observed what went wrong, what went right, I then decided, okay, I am going to do the opposite, and I'm going to do it correctly. And once I did things the other way around, I ended up seeing that I did things differently than the previous generation, and I actually broke so many generational curses that it amazed me. So I think as Christians, if we don't believe that Jesus has already set us free, if we don't believe that the curse has left us, and if we don't observe what is going wrong within our families or within the society, if we don't change our habits, if we don't change the way we live and the way we look at things, and if we don't reprogram our subconscious, in which you did explain in the cerebral gift that our subconscious is not just underneath as they described it, it is above, and that's why we can pull down strongholds. So it is a thing as children of God that we really need to observe. Even the Bible itself, when we read about Jesus, when we see how he lived, how he didn't just die for us, you explained that he lived for us. And when we don't observe all those things, when we don't follow all those principles and those protocols and everything that he's taught us, we will never succeed in this life. There are other people out there in the world. I won't give a name, but there's a tech billionaire who says he has read the Bible and he follows the principles of Jesus, and he succeeded. He's taken over practically the entire world. So we are not limited by any spirits, any demons anymore. We are above that. And it is up to us, as you explained in the previous service, last week's service, that our lives are in our hands. We have the power to take away our life. We can decide, okay, today I'm going to drive and I'm just going to get in an accident, I'm just going to go, You also have that power to say, okay, today I'm going to wake up and I'm going to achieve A, B, C. And you have no limitations. The amount of times you've prayed for us, the amount of times you've declared upon our lives, you have no choice but to succeed. Just in closing, I'll just give a small testimony. The last year, my husband said, okay, I don't want to go to church and waste our Father's time. If I follow every principle this year and I do not succeed, then I might as well go because I'm wasting his time. Lo and behold, he followed every single principle, and God has just been doing amazing things.
You're done.
I'm done. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. How many of you think she's telling the truth? Go ahead and support her. Let me hear from you. Not clapping your hands. That's okay. Thank you so much for that. But I would love to hear from you. Why do you think she's really... She made reference to something when you mentioned concerning your father being set free, and you considered that as a representation. You mentioned something to do with like a portal, like an opening into the entire generation. So in reference to that, I would like us to probably take a look at Matthew chapter number 21 in support of that. But before I do that, if you're in support of what she's just said, let me hear from you. Which part exactly do you believe is the most touching part of everything that she said? Are you in agreement? Go ahead and disagree with her. That's okay. We are here to learn, right? Yeah.
Shalom, Baba. Thank you for such an opportunity that you have given me today. I am in support of my sister there with regard to particularly taking action. After I've listened to most of the sermons that you have preached to us for quite some time, but I've realized if I can compact them into one place, the main thing that you have emphasized to me as your son, as an individual, is saying that you have done your part on the spiritual aspect. You have done most, and you've done it all, and you've done it so well. The only thing that has been left for me to do is to get into the field, take my war, and start doing something, working each and every time that I stand or that I take a sermon, start to listen to some of even the classic sermons that you have preached in Shona. They all go around teaching me to go and work. In fact, at some point, I recall you said, in your own words, you said, when I leave this place, I have my overalls in the car, and I'll be so overnight working. Yes, so it's based on that. And if you see, we have lagged so much. I don't know if it is the lack of faith. Help us, Baba. We need to go and work. You have addressed everything. Nothing. Which area have you not addressed? You have. So I think that is the key to go and work. Wherever, which field we are into, if you are in agriculture, in mining, if you just go and do something and let God start from there. Thank you, Baba.
All right. Last one.
Okay, Father, thank you so much for this opportunity. I would like to agree with my sister that most of Christians' lives do not change even after deliverance. The thing is, most Christians, they've got self-condemnations and they fear, unlike the children of the world. And the principle of following Jesus.
What? Condemnation.
Yes.
Self-condemnation and also
Fear.
unlike. All right.
And also the principle of following Jesus' principles. And one of...
You might have said it mistakenly, but I like that. The principle of following. Not just Jesus, but Jesus' principles.
Jesus' principles. And also...
That's what you say. Even people out there that are not born again, that are successful, they are successful on the basis of following not necessarily Jesus, but his
principles.
Okay, go ahead.
And also, Baba, you've been teaching us about following Jesus. In one of your sermons, you said, study Jesus. And if you follow all your sermons from way back,
That's okay.
you have always been centering on Jesus. Jesus. And in following Jesus, if you try to find out what Jesus was saying, for example, on the wedding at Cana, Mary totally told the workers who were at the wedding that listen to him. Listen to him.
You see that she's now confident.
In other words, when I was reading the Bible, I found out that there was something that Jesus was doing in their house, in the family, that Mary knew that the other people didn't know.
Yeah, sure.
That the only thing was to listen to what he said.
And obey. Yeah. Very true.
And Mary, when she saw, I think Mary, she knew the problem with us people, that when someone wants to tell you something that you have never heard before,
We don't listen.
there is
We don't obey. We argue.
There is a potential of arguing and asking questions. And Mary tipped them off by saying, listen to whatever he says.
Whatsoever he tells you to do.
Yes. So when I was studying, when you told us to study Jesus, I saw that was the basic thing, the basic principle, to listen to what he said.
Yeah.
And whenever, if us Christians would do that, listen to whatever he say, we are of this world.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you.